coach, the guys, position you play, and what year you are in school. Thank you again. We'd like to always thank Easy Street for letting us have this here. And Shane and the gang, thank y'all for doing all this, man. There's no way it could happen without you guys. All right, Coach, take it away.
I want to start off by thanking y'all for doing this for the county, bringing this to the county. You have all the other counties that have media days. It was time for Cherokee County to have something. I'm Coach Jacobs. I coach the offensive line. I'm going to coach the secondary. I'm going into my 5th year, 4th with Gaylesville, not consecutive. I brought with me Bailey Glasgow and Briley Mitchell.
I play guard and linebacker.
I'm going to be a senior this year, and surprisingly, I'm playing fullback and middle linebacker.
Coach, how many seniors do y'all have?
We have 6 seniors right now, and then we have 9 returning starters on offense that we're hoping to build off of.
Coming back on offense, and defense probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 on defense, but 9 for sure on offense.
That's pretty good. 16 starters coming back. So who did you lost? Jacob Gordon?
Jacob Gordon, Hunter Penny, Michael Reynolds, and Xander Watts.
Xander Watts, okay.
Coach, I know you spent a little time away from Gaylesville. What does it feel like to be back?
I'm happy to be back. I really am. I coached at Greenville for a year. Shout out to my guys down there. It was a great experience to be with those guys and to be able to coach in an environment like that. I'm hoping that I can bring some of the stuff that I learned in Greenville, bring it back to Gaylesville. I look at Gaylesville like home. When Coach Knapp called me and offered me the spot, I really didn't hesitate. I prayed about it, felt like it was the right thing to do, and so I made the decision to come back, and I'm excited to be back.
Guys, what's it like to have him back?
He's a great coach. He always pushes us to our limits and makes sure we're getting the work done, you know.
I was very sad when he left. He was like one of the best coaches, so to see him come back, I didn't even know he came back. I came in the weight room one day. He was there. I was so excited, you know. I don't know. It's good for him to be with us.
Going into the next season, you guys are going into a region's going to have a different look. What do y'all think about that, your new region opponents this year?
I've not really looked at the schedule too much. I know we have some tough opponents on there, but it's like that every year. So we'll just take challenges as they come to us.
It's definitely going to be harder, I think, but you know, we've got some returning people, and I think we can handle it. So I think we'll be okay.
Coach, one thing we talked to Coach Knapp about down through the years is his numbers, because that's one thing that you've kind of struggled with was your numbers, and playing teams have more numbers, having to play kids both ways, and you end up with injuries throughout the year. You said you had 6 seniors, you had 9 offensive, 6 defensive starters, I believe, that you said. What about your numbers? Are you getting your numbers up there at Gaylesville?
The numbers really, since Coach Knapp has taken over, has been around the same. We still have about 30 that come. Some days we have closer to 40. Some days we have closer to 20. But really, we've had around 30, you know, as that average number that's been at workouts. You know, at Gaylesville, you just look to get really every boy that you can to come out and play the sport. You know, you want to be in the classroom. You want to get those guys to come out. So that's a big thing for us, is making sure that we stay and we recruit our own school and get those kids to come in and to come in and help us and play.
I know you said a few minutes ago about the seniors that left the program, and Reynolds, Penny, and Jacob Gordon. I think Tanner Eads is back. Is he back as your quarterback this year?
Yes, sir, he is. Tanner will be back.
Talk about some of those other guys that's coming back. They'll have to fill those roles for the guys that we've talked about.
Well, we have Tanner coming back. He's looking to play quarterback for us. Tanner's played a lot of football for us. We have Keelan Higgins, who will be back. Keelan, you know, he has a lot of responsibility this year that we're gonna depend on him a lot. We're hoping that he can fill that, you know, that role that we have shaped out for him. We have David Glenn, who he started for us last year when I wasn't there. He played center for us. He's playing center for us again this year. Seth Lee, who has started, if I'm not mistaken, since his sophomore year at least. Seth has played a lot of football for us, playing corner and running back and split end. And then we have and we have Bailey up here who started for us the past 2 years, and Briley, who has started since like 1947 or something like that. Briley's been playing since before I was born, but just putting a lot on the seniors. It's a big senior class for Gaylesville with 6, but at some point you got to look to the young guys for them to step in and to really take that torch and to pass it on and to help contribute to the program.
Coach, I'm going to ask you a question. You probably don't get asked a lot, but since I've retired, I go around to a lot of schools, and I like to watch how they're doing things the way I used to do it. Who knows, I may jump in it again one day. But give us an idea about your summer workout program. When and what time of the day, how many days a week? Do you do 7-on-7s and all that kind of stuff? Just give us an idea of what your summer workouts are like and what these guys are going through.
So we meet for the month of June. We're meeting 3 days a week. We go from 9 to 10:30. The first hour is in the weight room. Typically, the last 30 minutes is some kind of conditioning. We try to keep the conditioning related to football. The drills that we're going to use are going to be things that they're going to do in the season. We go through some of the football stuff. We try to teach as much as we can, but we try to go through, get that repetition in their mind. Coach Knapp does a fantastic job in the weight room. He does a great job working the kids out. I mean, it's rough. I know it's rough on them, and just laying that foundation that he laid a few years ago, and just keep building off of that.
I was just telling Coach Short, I can attend to what they do in the summer. I put together a reel for them. It's on Instagram. You can go find it on Matt and Todd Show on Instagram or our Facebook. Yes, and Coach Knapp is just constantly hollering, faster, don't quit. They were flipping tires. They flipped tractor tires down and then flipped it back 80 yards down, 80 yards back. Then they pick it up. One picks it up and totes it. Then the other one gets inside. And they're having to hold these things up kind of with their fingers on the inside of the rim. And then they come back through this old, looks like something piece off an old tractor. And they're running under this thing like dogs. And Coach Knapp actually had his little girl run under it one time to show them how to do it. Just messing with them, trying to get them mad. And but you can go find that on our Instagram page. Their workouts they really do get after it. I had to say something about that because I was over there that day, and it's a real contest. I wanted to ask you guys about this first game. You're going to play Thursday, the 11th. You're going to have Douglas, which there's some connections there with the coach and all that kind of stuff. So tell us maybe how that kind of lined up and how you feel about that first game.
I think it'll be a good game for us. We're going to be able to see where we're at against some really good competition. Douglas has done a great job the past few years under Coach Lyles. I know Coach Lyles coached under Coach Knapp for several years when he was at Douglas, and we actually just lost an assistant coach to Douglas. Brady McCoy went, and he's at Douglas now coaching secondary. So there's a lot of familiarity there. I think Douglas and Gaylesville are a lot alike. Douglas is just 5A, we're 1A. So it's going to be a good opportunity for us to line up against somebody who's bigger than us and see how we can relate.
Have y'all seen Band of Brothers?
I have.
Oh, is the running worse than that?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh.
I tell Coach Knapp all the time I wouldn't have played for him.
Really?
So.
That bad, huh? All right, y'all schedule. Tell me about it for the most part. I mean, how's it looking? I mean, tough schedule, or is it better than last year? Or?
I feel like every year in our case it's a tough schedule because, you play the numbers game, and by the end of the year, you really have probably about 15 that play for you, and that's with no injuries. So, starting off the year, we start off week 0 playing West End. That's going to be a great game for us. They're a 2A now, and just seeing how we line up against West End, and then we get into region play. The region's a tough region. You have Appalachian, who's good every year. You have Cedar Bluff, who's just, that's a hard mountain to climb for us. And then you have Decatur Heritage, and you never really know what Decatur Heritage is going to bring, but you know that it's going to be good. Whatever they bring with them is going to be really good. Valley Head's Valley Head. They're hard to line up against sometimes, but
yeah, they got a lot coming back too, don't they?
They do. They have the good running back still coming back, and then you have Coosa Christian, who's up there with them every year. I mean, playing Coosa is a tough game for us every single year.
Now, who are your out of region You got Talladega Central, Victory Christian,
And
West
End.
End. Okay. And Douglas is just a
It's a jamboree.
jamboree.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right.
Briley, did I hear you correctly? You're going to run the football a little bit?
Basically, I'm just a glorified lineman. I'm in the backfield so I can block both sides. You know, instead of me just being on one side.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess I get a eligible number, but really, I'm just a lineman in the backfield.
Just talk about, maybe being a little excited that you might touch the football, you might run a little bit.
Well, I played football since I was real little. I've done the same thing every year, so it's really exciting to be able to do something, even if it's the same thing, just be somewhere else and do something a little different. I mean, I might have 5 touchdowns for 3 yards in total. You know what I mean? It's gonna be give it to him on the 2-yard line. So, it's just exciting to be where I am.
I know y'all ended an 8-year playoff drought last season. How big was it for you guys to take that step?
If I'm not mistaken, we've not been to the playoff. Well, since last year, we wasn't been at the playoffs since I think 2013, maybe 2014.
Yeah.
So it was really good for our school to go to the playoffs. Hopefully this year if we can make the playoffs this year, it'll be 2 years in a row, which is not been done since 2010. So
Yeah.
it'll be real good.
Bailey?
It really shows that with work and stuff like that, we can make that, and I think it can change the atmosphere to let people know that, limits are beatable, especially at Gaylesville. A lot of people overlook us, which it's easy for us to sneak up on them like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Coach, anything you want to add with that?
I joke around with the coaching staff last year. I was there for 4 years and we didn't make the playoffs. And the 1 year that I leave,
That's
they make
true.
the playoffs. So I'm, selfishly, I was a little upset. But no, it speaks highly of what Coach Knapp's been able to do. But it speaks really highly of what the kids are doing. They come in there every day. They work hard. We don't make it about ourselves. We make it about the kids because that's why we're there. And they do a great job of coming in, working, and playing the game how it's supposed to be played and putting themselves in an opportunity to be successful.
Injuries every year. You're shaking your head. You know what I'm about to ask here. Just talk about just trying to stay healthy.
The biggest thing for us is trying to find breaks as much as you can. For us, we can find, special teams. We can take, Briley out maybe every so often and give them a break. But the biggest thing is I'm a firm believer that working out through the season is important to keep the injuries down, and Coach Knapp definitely does that. Just keeping the kids wrapped up, keeping them taking ice baths, eating the right stuff, eating as much protein as they can, just taking care of their bodies, getting sleep. Because at Gaylesville, you're always one injury away from putting yourself out of contention.
Right.
Well, I guess I'd like to say we always like to ask some easy questions. We got a few minutes left. Something for the guys. What are y'all listening to? When you're in there working out, sometimes in the earbuds and stuff. What kind of music? What do you like?
My favorite song is Coach Knapp telling me to get lower on squat. That one, I really like that one. Or him screaming at me not to sit down. I like that one too.
My favorite Coach Knapp song is "Sprint, Sprint." That one when you're running up the hill toting people.
Faster. All of them. I really like those.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
Well, sometimes you try to listen to music, but then you realize Coach Knapp's talking to you, so you can't listen to music. So you just kind of can't really listen to music. Honestly, it's always Coach Knapp in your ear. So.
Or you're doing something so strenuous that the sweat gets in your ear and your AirPods fall out, or you ruin headphones because you're having to roll on the ground. All kind of different things.
I wonder if does everybody have those problems? They're working out so hard they can't keep earbuds in. I'm a big guy. I can understand that. I can't do them kind. So, I guess last question. We'll move on to the other guys. Or Josh, if you got something. Who's the funny guy on the team out of the players? I always like to see who that is. I think I may know, but I want to hear from y'all.
The funny guy, it really depends. On and off the field, it's me and Bailey. We love to joke around. We love to have fun. But on the field, I'm more of a serious guy. I don't really like to laugh. So probably the one that's the most goofy at practice is probably either Tanner or Kyler. Oh, wait, not Kyler, Keelan. Tanner or Keelan.
Keelan was my guess. He's funny. Where is he at today anyway?
He had something come up and he wasn't
Okay.
able to make it.
Yeah, we love Keelan. Known him for a long time. Anybody got anything? Average Joe's, Coach Short, Mr. Allen, WIS, Dean.
How are y'all doing on the 3-man weave, roll and tumble? Y'all got that down yet?
We've actually not done that this year, thank God. But
Not yet.
since you said something, I promise we'll be on Tuesday. We'll be in the new gym, flipping around each other.
Most definitely.
I don't know if you've seen the video last year, but at the start, you can actually see me throwing up in the corner. It's strenuous for sure.
Have y'all pushed trucks, vehicles yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Okay.
It's a staple during summer workouts.
Y'all need to get some golf carts or something. It won't be as hard.
Usually the month of July is the worst for workout. We go to 4 times a week, and it just gets
Awful.
I'm pretty sure Coach Knapp spins a wheel every morning to see what we do. You know, it's always a guessing game. You never know what you're going to get. Yeah, true. But some of them, they're pretty rough, I'm not going to lie.
The wheel of Nap.
Yeah.
Guys, Gaylesville Trojans, we thank y'all for coming. We appreciate it. Good luck on your season. I will be around to see you guys some. Through after the 4th, we'll see you guys around. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
We'll be have Sandrock come on right up here next. Thank you all for tuning in here at Easy Street. Everybody showing up. Jeff Allen, Shannon, Average Joe's guys, Reggie and Josh, and the Diamond Dean.